Are you tired of going to the gym, feeling like you know what you need to do, feeling like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you're still not seeing results, and you keep maybe changing up your workout plans? You try something new every other week, every other month, and you just can't seem to find something that you can, one, that you can stick to, but two, also that works. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly the 3 things you need when you're building and constructing your workout plan. If you follow these 3 things, you're not only going to be able to build more consistency in the gym, you're also going to be able to achieve the physique and the body that you've been looking for. All right, guys, so the very first thing you're going to need to do is you just got to start simple. You just got to start small. So what I mean by that is just start with 3 to 5 days per week. Look, you don't need to get into the gym for 2 hours a day, 7 days a week when you're just starting out. You just need to get in there and start working. You are going to be able to train yourself to be able to get in the gym 6, 7 days a week, but don't try that starting out. You just need to start small. You just need to get some momentum going. So simple. Do 3 to 4 exercises per muscle group. So if you're going to go into the gym and you're going to do, let's say, back and biceps, do like 3 back exercises and 3 bicep exercises, or 4 and 4. Like, you don't need to kill yourself in the gym. You can make progress as long as you're training to failure. You are still pushing yourself during those 3 to 4, but you don't need to do 17 different exercises per muscle group. Just find, 3 to 4 that you really like, and then go from there. And then you can really make some adjustments. You can add more, take some out. Really, you're just going to be listening to your body and figuring out what fits best for you. So a really good example would be what I did when I was starting out, which was push, pull, legs. So it may seem a little bit backwards, but push, pull, legs, when you do push, that's going to be chest, shoulders, and triceps. Now, what's really nice is when you do a lot of compound lifts, you can target like your chest, your shoulders, and your tricep in one movement. So you don't have to do 4 exercises for each of those and you're in the gym for 3 hours. You just need to know how to do some compound lifts and then do a couple of isolated exercises from there. Pull day is going to be back and biceps. Legs is clearly going to be legs. So what I did is I would go push, pull, legs, push, pull, and then rest on the weekend. Because I was just starting out, I wanted to give my body some time to rest. So the main thing I need you to take away from this is just start small. Pick the 3 to 4 exercises per muscle group that you want to do, and then get consistent with it. And then even try that push-pull leg split like I talked about. It was something that I did in the beginning, and I found it worked really well for me. So don't try to bite off more than you can chew. Just start small and then really grow and compound from there. So for the next part, when you're building your workout plan, you want to prioritize your compound lift. So every time you go to the gym, let's say you're doing 5 days a week, you want to have at least 2 to 3 compounds per workout. So let's take push day, for example. A compound lift would be a bench press. So obviously just doing a traditional flat bench there. And then it would also be maybe like a shoulder press or a military press, something like that, where you're working a lot of different muscle groups. So with bench press, you're going to be primarily working out your chest, but you're also going to hit a little bit of your shoulders, and you're definitely going to hit your triceps as well. Now with overhead press, you're going to be primarily hitting your shoulders, a little bit of your upper chest here, and then obviously you're going to be hitting your triceps. So when you do your compound lifts, you're going to target more than one muscle group. So you need to prioritize these over isolated exercises. So when you go to the gym and you're doing chest, for example, like you're on doing your chest exercises, prioritize doing a lot of bench press. Prioritize doing that really hard and doing it really well. Really push yourself here. Push yourself harder in the compound exercises over the isolated exercises. Yes, you want to have some isolated exercises, but you really need to make sure you're starting with your compounds, giving those the most energy, the most strength, because these are going to be the #1 muscle building tool that you need. They are also going to be foundational. These are what forms the foundation for your workout. So when you start with a compound lift, again, let's take bench press for example, you're warming up virtually your entire upper body here. You're getting going. You're going to build strength. You're going to build muscle. These are the things you really, really need to focus on as you are building out your workout plan, as you are getting started. So what I want you guys to do is, as you're taking notes, as you're writing out your workout plan, pick 2 compound exercises you can do for each day that you have. So if you're doing the push-pull legs, for example, on push day, again, bench press, shoulder press. On back day, it's going to be a little bit harder, but you could do maybe just one, like bent over rows. And then leg day, a squat and a deadlift. Boom. Those are like your big 5 compound lifts there. So when you start to prioritize your compound lifts, that's when you're really going to notice progress. You're going to get stronger, you're going to get bigger, and your body is going to start looking the way you want it to. What's up, guys? I appreciate you making it this far in the video. I hope you're getting a lot of value from it. Now, if you guys are kind of struggling to build your workout plan, if this is really something you have been struggling with, I want you to text me. Text me plan to 410-936-5402. And if you text me plan to that number, that's my personal number first, I will personally reach out to you. I will also send you a fully built out, fully done workout plan that you can use and start implementing that day or the very next day. It'll have the compound lifts, the isolated exercises, everything you need to start with a very good foundational workout plan. So text me plan 410-936-5402. I will send that workout plan to you right away. All right, the last part you're gonna need to really make your workout plan work. And if you don't get this down, everything else I've told you is not gonna work. It's going to fail, because this is the most important part, which is going to be you need to stay consistent. So I want you guys to literally, once you build this out, you need to schedule this into your day. You need to go to your calendar, put your workout in, and you determine when you're going to go. If you're gonna go at 6 p.m. that night, or if you're gonna go 6 p.m. every single night on the weekdays, 5 days a week, you need to schedule that in, and then you need to actually stick to it. Don't just get away from it. Don't shy away from it because you don't feel like going. If you do not stay consistent with your workout plan, I promise you it is not going to work. And you need to add this into your routine. So this has to be something that you just do. Like, it needs to be something that you do on a day-to-day basis. If you work out Monday through Friday, that needs to be in your routine. You either have to go right there from work, go home, get changed, go to the gym. It needs to be something that's added into your routine. If you really want to get in good shape, if you really want to get the physique you want, you need to add this into your routine. You need to make it a priority. And then lastly, you need to have an identity shift. So I want you to start telling yourself, I put 5 days here, but I want you to start telling yourself, I work out 5 days a week. Maybe it's 4 days a week for you. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 7. I don't really care, but your identity needs to shift, period. If your identity doesn't shift, it's all gonna fall apart. You need to start telling yourself, I am someone that works out 5 days a week. I am someone that goes to the gym no matter how I feel. I am someone that works out even if I don't feel like it. If you don't have an identity shift, one, you're not gonna get into the gym when you don't feel like it. You're gonna work purely off motivation, and long story short, you're never going to see the results you want. If you work purely off motivation, you're kind of screwed in every single area of your life. So you need to have that identity shift. When your identity shifts, not only will you build more discipline when it comes to the gym, you'll build more discipline in your business, in your career, with your family, with your friends. Everything in your life will begin to improve if you have the discipline, if you have the identity shift that I am going to stay committed to something. I am going to do this even though I don't feel like it. So if you can stay consistent and if you can have that identity shift, I promise you, you are going to go so much farther than you can even imagine. What's up, guys? I appreciate you making it to the end of the video here. I hope you got a ton of value. I hope you really were able to take something away that you can use and implement starting today. So if you guys enjoyed what you saw here, please don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get some more content, you can go down to my Instagram. It'll be in the description below. I post a ton of free content on there each and every day that you guys can use. And then I'll also put the link to my website in there as well. So on my website, you're going to see a spot where you can put your information in. If you're really struggling with something, if you have a more personal question that you would like to ask me directly, put your information in there. I will reach out to you personally, and then I will, you can ask me anything you have. I'll try to help you with mindset, the gym, fitness, nutrition, whatever it is. My goal is to help you out as best I can. So once again, I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one, and I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you.